Shall Esquivel now to serve.
You know, we talk about the win, right? It seems that it's a little bit off right now, so you just gotta understand that.
So a couple unforced errors give 2 quick ones to the Chefs.
2-0-1.
There's that big power from Buckner.
I think slowly but steady, the team's going to start getting warm up and getting ready as well.
2-0-2. Side out.
There we go. There you go, bro. Good start.
0-2-1.
Another third is launched well deep from Buckner. Second try to get on the board here. Coach Steve Deacon over here urging on his squad.
Side out.
So nothing going for the Night Owls, 2-0 for the Chefs here. And you got to get going 1 game to 11 here, Jonathan.
Right away, right away.
2-0-1.
Chefs actually played a warm-up set of matches last night against Miami and actually did very well against a premier team. So confident here in Austin. Ewa Radzikowska coming in hot, 3-0.
3-0-2. Side out.
So I feel that that forehand is actually, she took a little bit of power on that one, allowing her to actually be more competitive on the points moving ahead. So that's a good thing. Good adjustment.
0-3-1.
It is going to be hard to put the ball away today because it is playing so slow in this heat.
I can definitely see the court being extremely slow as the defense might going to take a big part of this game today for sure.
Yeah, we're going to see players going to the towels a lot.
0-3-2.
Steve Deacon working up a sweat, just coaching, as are we just broadcasting. Oh, just filth from Ewa inside out. I love it. Throw the body to the left and just deal with the spin to the right. That's nice.
3-0-1.
And I can feel the strategy is kind of shifting a little bit to Chao, a little bit, especially on the dink on the forehand side. So something that she has to be aware of that at this point.
Just caught. Good put away power there from Chao Yi Wang.
But even though if the Chef lost the point, you can see that they are really putting enough balls in to create that pressure, which is great.
Found the backhand on the return, so Night Owls have been asleep here to start, haven't scored. And beautifully done from Chao Yi Wang there on the board.
That's a really good shot, but especially as Brooke was able to now finally take some pace off of her third shot to put it in and play the point out.
And this return from Radzikowska, and they've got 2 in a row. high from Wang. Easy volley for Ewa. Wow, Michelle's in great position there with the cross-court attack, but survives it due to the Night Owls, and they're within one. Again, first event of the year for the Challenger. All 6 teams getting to debut here in Austin. Beautiful control from Esquivel.
That's a really high set of balls, especially when you're on top of the court. You definitely want to pull that away as soon as you can.
The drive gets a miss. They extend the lead to 2.
A
couple of very short returns here, Jonathan.
5-3-2. Side out.
Yeah, I think that shot should be maybe a dink. I mean, it was pretty exposed, especially, you know, being in the middle at that point from the Night Owls.
Yeah, speeding it up from the midcourt when both players are at the net is asking for trouble.
This time she changed. She went down the line on the speed up. Now she's aware of the decision making, and that's going to be super important for this team moving forward.
4-5-1.
Nicely played on the left for Esquivel for the first time over there. .94 degrees in the heat here.
4-5-2.
And after being down 4-0, we are tied at 5.
And what we talk about, right, is how the decision making and the tactics starting to unfold as we go on the matches. Pretty good stuff from the Night Owls.
Inside out miss from Michelle Esquivel, and one team get.
Side out.
That's a really good push right there. You know, I think that the Chef needs to go back to the basics, trying to grind a couple points.
5-6-1. Second serve.
We just talked about it, right? We really want that, and that's going to come with a little more of control.
5-6-2.
Don't let you miss that, but it trickles over. And they survive it.
Six, 6-2. Side out.
Got one to trickle over, but not the second one, but they do tie it.
6-6-1.
High third is demolished by Radzikowska.
Well, you know, you change size, you got to take a couple points to adjust, right? Especially with the wind.
6-6-2. Point.
Esquivel off balance, and they take advantage. Night Owls back up in front by 1. They made a big trade with Carolina to get Brooke Buckner, hoping to propel them to a challenger title. that's beautiful from Michelle Esquivel, who also actually plays MLP Australia. So has seen it all from the league format.
I like the fact she's taking some chances on those shots.
Second serve.
You know, I think that we're gonna have to do a very good job on that, on those shots, and be able to get to the kitchens.
6-7-2.
Off balance again. We're tied at 7. This time it's Wang reaching.
7-7-2.
You know, Dave, I feel that whoever is starting the point aggressively is having more chances to win overall, looking at a 7-7 right now.
Yeah. So let's see if the Night Owls on serve can find a little aggressiveness. What a drop. What a drop. Fell off the table from Zoe Wang.
Such an important time to be able to get that point with that.
8-7-1.
Oh my God, timeout.
Point.
And miss return, and we got
9-7-1. Second serve.
Exactly what this team needs right now. And to be able to get out there and trying to get those points right out of the jump.
9-7-2.
oh, miss serve, so the timeout is perfect. So they do not get to 10. I hear 4 straight in the crowd. Let's see if they can do it.
7-9-1.
What a dink. Placement over powers perfection from Esquivel.
You know, Dave, I thought she was going to go for a shot. And when I saw changing the pace, that was a really good decision, especially in such an important time of the game.
8-9-1.
Oh, tried to rock you like a hurricane, but it was on the other shoulder. Couldn't get the Scorpion to bite.
Okay, I'll get out of your way.
8-9-2.
Awkward but effective.
Side out.
So they get 1.
And it's going to come down to having the patience to really wait for the right shot at this point.
9-8-1.
Just what a launcher. The Brooke Buckner BB special earns them a game point.
Such an important third shot.
10-8-1.
Shake it, bake it, and tell the chefs we'll make it. The Night Owls get it done 11-8 after being down 4-0. That's why they traded for Brooke Buckner right there. So the Night Owls took a minute to flap those wings, but now they're going. They win game 1, 11-8. So let's see if the Night Owls can add to the lead. Let's play pickleball.
Side out.
It's going to be interesting to see the lefty-righty.
Yes.
0-0-1. Second serve.
So as a lefty, what problems do you make for the team on the other side there,
0-0-2.
Jonathan? Wow, Delgado
Side out.
on it.
Yeah, he has such a good hands, and he's a big guy, so he can definitely have some reach.
0-0-1. Point. All right, second serve.
But going back to the question, I mean, having a lefty and a righty, you have the middle taken care of.
0-0-2. Side out.
Just missed there. That's close.
And I can see, Dave, that the wind is picking up for sure. It's picking up.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Pitcher's duel to start here. Nobody on the board yet.
0-0-2.
Nice poke from Scarpa, first point.
Scarpa has a unique way of hitting that ball that is hard for you to read it.
1-0-2.
Wow.
Side out.
Delgado was great with
Second
the
timeout.
challenge. We have Vicky Ryan with a conversation with Steve Deacon. He's a nice Canadian boy, so he certainly isn't in trouble. Jared Paul getting the same thing. It's like when the umpire goes to both sides. So Onisha Smith is our wonderful referee, both on and off the court. The only time you are actually allowed to be on the court as a coach is if your team's in front of you. So we are not switching benches this year. So half the time you're allowed to be on the court and half the time you're not.
0-1-2.
I love having our rules expert, Onisha Smith, up here with us. If it gets real technical, we'll throw a headset on her. Oh my, and Pablo got a cookie and didn't make it.
He had a couple cookies just a couple minutes ago. Got to get back into it.
1-0-1.
Scarpa coming in high. You said he's hard to read. What about him makes him hard to read?
It's because the paddle is completely in front of you. There is nothing saying it's going to go left or right.
Big serve. Oh, and no one's playing center field. What a shot from Marshall Brown, 3-zip.
That's what we're talking about. Those techniques are really hard to read.
Now Marshall Brown coming in high. So much like the ladies, up 4-0 here, Jonathan.
I think that they now also have to start, getting some more momentum, start getting some pumped up. It's just 4-0. It's a quick game.
4-0-1.
Great return from Delgado there.
Second serve. 4-0-2.
Oh, and Delgado tries to return the favor, but just gets a little too much of it. Now 5-0.
5-0-2.
That
Point.
flies.
Timeout
So
change in,
we're going to
6-0-2.
switch ends without the night owl scoring. My goodness here. And still serving.
Point.
And look at Marshall Brown flash into the middle and save that.
They're so solid right now. Minimum for serves.
7-0-2. Side out.
Okay. Tellez was traded in here. Delgado was picked up in the free agency draft, so a bunch of new Night Owls this year, and they think they're the best team, but need to get off to better starts, certainly. Oh, and Pablo just so sneaky through the middle with the two-y.
That's exactly what they have to start doing. They have to start getting a little more creative so they can open the court a little more here and there.
1-7-1.
Scarpa was up for the first two, but Delgado does not yield.
At this point, when you are losing 2-7, you have to come up with some type of idea that the only way to get out there is to start being more aggressive.
2-7-1.
This reset from Pablo gets him in. Oh my.
Second serve.
Tries to catch Marshall Brown, and what a matrix move to get out of the way of that. My goodness.
2-7-2.
A shot from Scarpa, that catches the court.
Yeah, I think that they got to start slowing things down a little bit more to wait for the right shot, because Scarpa and Marshall, they're so good up here at this point on top of the net.
7-2-1.
Great pressure from Tellez.
7-2-2. Point.
Deep on turn from Delgado.
This point's first.
Okay.
Time in.
Jonathan wants to get to the play. Let's go. Wow, what a reach from Delgado.
Side out.
But still, you know, how much Scarpa is pushing. I like that, because you need that in this type of event.
Wow, awkward party of one for Scarpa, but he got it back.
Second serve. 2-8-2.
Got another one back, but Tellez was ready with the follow-up.
This is important time for the Nows to take their time at this point.
3-8-2.
Love the one he flicked from Marshall Brown. They get the ball back just to yield one.
But just the previous point, how Scarpa was able to pull, you know, Delgado out of the court, providing that opportunity. That's exactly what.
8-3-1. Second serve. 8-3-2.
Brown got a couple back, but not anymore, so they do not add to the lead.
3-8-1.
Oh, just silky from Pablo.
And I believe right now is the perfect time to slow things down if I was playing for them.
4-8-1.
We talk about it, right? So these paddles are so powerful that everybody can actually put the paddle on swing. But when you have to think, that's an emotional component there.
Third goes wide, so they're getting one at a time. That's a tough way to come back.
8-4-1.
There he is. Who just saw the future, that's all. 2 points from the first ever game win for the Nashville Chefs.
9-4-1.
Wow, and then a trickler off the tape, and we are at game point.
10-4-1.
Crazy power saves it.
That was an intense point right there.
Game point 2 for the Chefs.
10-4-2.
Oh no, and a missed
Point, game
overhead.
11-4.
There's pickleball summed up in a nutshell. Make them hit one more. So, women's go to the Night Owl, men's go to the Chefs. We're tied at 1, heading to mixed. And we'll have a special guest in the booth, Jonathan, when we come back. One apiece here at MLP Austin.
I think everybody's goal.
All right. So lefty Pablo Tellez gets us started. Let's play pickleball. Oh, and he is coming in hot, not happy about losing the men's match.
I think that's the right attitude, especially after a loss like that. He has to come up right there, right there.
1-0-2. Point.
Big serve. So unlike the first 2 matches, it's the Night Owls coming out with an early lead.
2-0-2.
Whoops.
Side out.
Good start, guys. Goes out.
0-2-1.
What a return from Tellez. So coming out smoking.
0-2-2.
Tellez again gets it down. So nice positive energy from Tellez coming in here.
2-0-1. Second serve.
But even though they lost the point, the ability that Pablo has to decelerate that forehand and bounce and kick is amazing.
Oh, so Scarpa missed a return earlier and basically missed that one, but got it to crawl over.
0-2-1.
Wow. There's the terrorizing we were talking about. What a attack.
And it needs to happen. They need to open the court, and that's just the way you play mixed these days.
Oh my, Zoe thought that would fly, and that was 3 inches in.
1-2-2. Side out.
You can see right now how the team is starting to slow things down after the first few points, which is really good to see for pickleball.
Second serve.
High on the drive, put Tellez in peril.
2-1-2.
That's just awesome from Pablo Tellez. What a combo platter there.
He's really picking up, you know, his game the last few points, which is important. He needs to do it.
3-1-2. Point.
Goes out. Go Pablo.
4-1-2. I'll recall the score. 4-1-2.
Okay.
That was a good defense for sure. But you can see how they're really trying to pull the players away so they can open the middle, especially from coming from the 9 outs.
Scarpa just got his paddle out of the way there. See if they can
1-4-1.
cut into the lead.
Point.
And stinking net.
That's such a hard shot to be able to read. I'll keep saying it all day.
4-1.
If it goes off the tape, just don't even try to read the book. It's in a different language.
Second serve. 2-4-2.
That's such a good opening of the middle. You know, I like what Pablo's trying to do. He's trying to think a couple shots, and then when he has a little higher ball, then trying to go in the middle so then they can finish it out the next round.
4-2-1. Second serve.
Let's go, Eva. I'll dink him every
Great
time.
job by Ewa.
4-2-2.
Oh, but the net. The pickleball gods make it even, Jonathan. It's just fair. Just fair.
I guess it is.
You don't feel like it's fair, though, when you keep happening against you, though, do you? I certainly don't. Oh, what a drive. Just like that, another one off the tape goes back the other way.
But she was expecting it. I think she's trying to understand that after opening the court and going middle, she's more willing to be ready for that speed up in the middle from Pablo.
2-5-1.
Catch and release from Scarpa.
He's on it.
2-5-2.
What a drop from Anderson.
Point.
That's such a good opening. You know, not only to push the player away from the middle, and then she was able to recounter and then go back in the middle. That was a really good shot decision making.
3-5-2.
Oh boy, another one off the tape, but they're within one.
I feel like when it gets windy, that happens more often. Don't you think?
For sure.
4-5-2.
Margins are missed by just a fraction. Just wide, and we are tied at 5. What a comeback.
Go, Zoe. Nope. Eva.
5-5-2.
Off balance, so they get to 5, but that's it.
Right, we talk about it, right? You know, not only the dink has to be good enough or the drop good enough to give an opportunity, but have the patience to not rush it.
5-5-1.
Just concede.
Second serve. 5-5-2.
So Ewa air traffic controls it to perfection. She doesn't need the best technology. Look at that. Tells Scarpa to stay and then puts it down because of the amazing serve by Tellez. She would have never gotten to the other side there, Jonathan.
They're two-handed back and it's just pristine. Great shot.
5-5-1.
So another chance for the Chefs and Chefry, their mascot, to take a lead here. And that is exactly what they do. So remarkably, it's the Chefs that will switch with the lead down big early. So we've seen a lot of teams have big leads early and not hold them. Will the Chefs be able to keep this going? We'll find out. We'll take a quick break. 6-5 here in the first of 2 mixed doubles matches. Floats just deep.
Second serve.
Those type of balls can get into your mind, hoping that it doesn't come in.
So scary.
Oh my God.
6-5-2.
Oh,
Side out.
Ewa was there, just caught the tape.
This is an important changeover for the 9 outs for sure. So hopefully they can capitalize on that.
5-6-1.
Nice counter of the shake and bake from Scarpa. If you're a chef, you should be able to handle shaking and baking all day, shouldn't you?
That's right, Bobby.
5-6-2. Side out.
2 good volleys from Scarpa, get the ball right back.
Right, and I still feel that maybe Pablo couldn't take an extra shot before coming in.
Beautiful from the Chefs. They send the lead to 2.
And it's going down to not only the dink, but how the moving dink. You can see the last ball was behind the player, allowing the ball to pop up and finish.
7-5-1. Second serve.
Right here. Goes over.
7-5-2.
Scarpa snuck in there, but sort of fouled up the work, so they do get 1.
5-7-1. Point.
It's a really good third shot. That's exactly what is going to make them to start slowly getting into the upper comp. You just got to play the shot. Got to wait for the right time.
Again, 95 degrees and the sun doesn't set for another 5 hours, so forget about it.
Point.
Goes deep. We're tied at 7.
7-7-1.
Just skims over.
Second serve.
Get into that closer to the game now. That'll be
7-7-2.
interesting.
Recovery from Ewa. Another.
Point.
What a great point. Not only how Pablo was able to open the court and then the decision to defend and then go again behind Scarpa. That's such a good point.
8-7-2.
And that's the no-go zone. Pablo all shade in the stands here. Here we go. Ball back in after the timeout.
9-7-2.
Scarpa's counter goes deep, and we are at game point. And that is deep as well. So the Owls up early, then trailed at the switch, but get it done. And now it is the Night Owls hooting their way to a 2-1 lead. So can
0-0-1.
and James using that Agassi model Yola paddle.
Point. 1-0-1.
What an advocate for pickleball Andre Agassi has become. Oh,
That's a great shot.
Yeah. Michelle says touchdown and is like, come on, fans. She's got some love for that. What a shot.
Point.
Just deep from Delgado, 3-0. There's that energy you were looking for.
I got a question for you. You think Andre Agassi is hearing this right now? So I have something to tell him.
I know he watches pro pickleball. I know he's a very good player, having been on the court with him. So could be.
I have a 1992 Upper Decker tennis card of Andre Agassi.
Love that. Look at Marshall Brown scamper. Oh, and he had a shot at that. Great get.
That's a really good shot for Delgado. He loves to, when he has a high ball, kind of the fake that it's going to go hard, and then he does a drop volley. It's extremely effective.
0-3-1.
Is that card in mint condition, Jonathan?
It's perfect.
Okay.
I mean, John McEnroe already signed his, so this is a big deal
Oh,
for
so
me.
you need that signed.
For John, I have one from John McEnroe as well.
Okay.
0-3-2. Point.
This return puts the Night Owls on the board.
1-3-2.
What a get. And then confusion.
Still, what a great movement from Marshall. I mean,
Yes.
it's amazing what pickleballers can do these days when it comes to how they handle the paddles. Amazing.
2-3-2.
Violent spin and gets it down on the ground. Okay, so they keep the lead, yielding 2.
3-2-1. Second serve.
Yeah, and we talk about the energy, right? You're still winning the game. You definitely want to get your feet moving as soon as you can so you don't avoid mishitting.
3-2-2.
Oh my goodness.
Side out.
Brooke waves at it in disgust. I think it went off the hand, but she'll take it. Man, those hurt.
Sometimes it just happens.
I know. Esquivel absolutely clobbered
2-3-1.
that, and it came back. The bumper cars again. That one's not coming back.
Second serve.
And I can see Marshall take a little more court, trying to be more effective with the high balls to provide that power, which is exactly what they need to be able to continue to win this game.
2-3-2.
Great first volley from Esquivel.
You know what we talked before, right? The driving part is effective, but sometimes it's better to drop for a more emotional component.
Second serve. 3-2-2.
What a one-handed backhand drop, and then there's Marshall Brown.
Great reach, great movement of the wrist, especially because the ball is coming away from him.
4-2-2. Side out.
Get one.
2-4-1.
Just wide.
Second serve.
And you can see the chip, right? You can see he's really trying to take the shots.
2-4-2.
Rocked it at Esquivel. She withstood it.
Side out.
Hey, Emma, come on. My bad.
4-2-1.
Esquivel keeps trying to send that through the middle. It's a tough place to live.
It really is. I mean, Delgado is a really big guy. He has great hands. Maybe trying to drop it in the middle and trying to allow that for Marshall to take over and help.
4-2-2.
But that's not going to bother. She's going to win all the time.
Dig from Esquivel.
Side out.
Can't get the next one though, so stalemate on the scoreboard. Again, if the Night Owls win, we're done. Chefs win, we're playing to a Dreambreaker.
Second serve.
Who wants it, Jonathan?
I mean, it's an emotional sport.
Yeah.
It really is.
2-4-2.
Uh-oh. Double hit carry? That was bizarre.
Side out.
I mean, you want to keep Austin weird. There's a weird shot.
Right.
4-2-1.
Somehow made the court. Great point from Michelle Esquivel. And she says, I want to hear from you again as she gets up on the tippy toes.
Great point. Empowering her to stay longer and wait for the right shot. That's exactly, for everybody's hearing, when you play pickleball, take your time.
5-2-1.
Chance to switch up 4 if they get this one.
Second serve.
One more, chefs. Come on.
This is an important point right here, though.
5-2-2.
You know, this is the right time to
7-2-2. Second serve.
The serve going for it big.
Side out. 2-7-1.
I don't think that backhand is anywhere close to the court.
right, but you know, you know that it's going out, but sometimes you feel that you have to still hit it.
3-7-1.
So many players have that affliction.
Point.
Yeah, there's an I need to let the ball go anonymous meeting every 2 weeks. So just find your local chapter of that, because everybody that plays pickleball hits out balls. Wow.
I have a quick tip. I have a quick tip for that. You know,
Please.
if the ball is coming hard by eye level, most likely it's out.
4-7-2.
Couldn't agree more. Let it fly. Up, ATP coming.
Point.
Then 2.
5-7-2.
Another great first volley from Esquivel on the big drive from Delgado, so they get closer.
7-5-1.
Another missed return. Delgado's got to get that fixed now.
8-5-1. Point.
And you know, the dynamic, right? The motions takes in, so perfectly time to take a breather and slow it down.
Here comes Marshall Brown, and we are at game point and force a Dreambreaker point.
It really step it up after the changeover, for sure.
Timeout, Night
Vegas,
Owls.
10-5-1.
Okay. So here goes.
Time in. 10-5-1.
Just stays in. Oh my, off the tape,
Second serve.
saves the first game point. Sometimes all you need is to get the ball back and make a run. Here we go.
10-5-2.
And pulled just
Wow.
wide, and
Point
guess
game,
what?
11-5.
For the first challenger match of the year, we will have a Dreambreaker. This Major League Pickleball started in Austin. Now we're back in Austin, and we're gonna have a Dreambreaker. And here is the lineup. Tellez, Delgado, Buckner, and Wang for the Night Owls. Scarpa.
Thing that you have to be able to play big targets because the pressure is different. The
Yeah.
pressure is everything counts. You just came from playing, winning only points on serve. Now everything counts.
So here we go. Tellez and
Dreambreaker,
Scarpa
Game 5, time
get
in,
us
0-0.
started. We'll switch ends when one team gets to 11. Let's play pickleball.
Point.
The mind change needs to change quickly.
1-0.
Huge serve. Tellez makes him stay back because of it and takes
Point.
full advantage.
And you know, in singles, a really good serve gives you that uppercut. So taking your time and kind of be able to hit it deep is a great
2-0.
opportunity.
Oh my, he might have gotten that. Pablo says the chefs were talking.
Side out, point 1.
That is so Latino attitude there.
He's even talking to Onisha, who is not, she is our technical expert here. And it's 2-2 after one rotation. Next up, Delgado and Brown.
2-2.
And just demolished.
Side
So
out,
much
point
talent
3.
in this youngster.
3-2.
Oh, and finds the
Point.
court with that pass.
That's a really good shot. Really good shot, especially in such an important time of the game. Early the better.
4-2.
He finds the
Side
tape.
out, point 3.
So a chance for Brown to send a tie game to Michelle
3-4.
Esquivel. That's an unbelievable forehand from the corner, and that's exactly what he'll do. We have learned nothing. Twos all around here so far, and now this is why you trade for Brooke Buckner, one of the
4-4.
best singles players on the planet.
Point.
It's something to talk about right now. I feel that in this type of event, anybody's game.
Okay.
5-4.
Great singles point from Buckner
Side out,
there.
point 5.
And important to know that even though you are a great singles player, to be humble enough to identify the other player can get some points too.
5-5. Point.
Big serve from Buckner. That's the other part of being a great singles player, the confidence to step to the line and rip it.
6-5. Point.
Brooke is the first to get to 3, so she does deliver on her resume there, and it is a 2-point lead for the Night Owls. Wang to Radzikowska now. It's just catches.
Point.
Terrific point from Zoe Wang, another very good singles player. This is a very
Right.
good Dreambreaker team.
8-5.
gotta be able to wait for the right shot to come in, especially when you're playing singles.
9-5.
What a fancy little first volley, and Chao Yi Wang has a chance to get all 4.
10-5.
But she will not. Terrific Tui up the line. The 3-1 for Buckner, 3-1 for Chao Yi Wang gives them the 4-point lead. So now it's up to the fellas of the Chefs to get this closer. But Pablo all over it. We will now switch
11.
ends.
Timeout, change ends, 11-6.
So 11-6 for the Night Owls here. And the ladies were huge in that first rotation.
That rotation can take a big difference right now.
And runs it, finds the forehand, and just blisters a winner. What a shot from Pablo.
12-6.
And Scarpa out of nowhere.
He was able to read it really well. One thing that Pablo has, he has such a small swing on his forehand. He's able to rip it with his wrist. So, but in this time, Scarpa was able to read it really well.
My goodness. Okay.
7-12.
Scarpa can't come up with it, so 3-1 Tellez there. So that's 3 rotations in a row where it was 3-1 Night Owls, and that's why they're up 6.
13-7. Side out, point 8.
You know, at this point is when you have to really take your time and not rush serves.
13.
Oh my, that is filth from Marshall Brown. My goodness. Call a U.S. Marshal and arrest this man. My gosh, what a shot.
9-13.
Oh, but Delgado gets him
Side
back.
out, point 14.
Clap of the paddle from Marshall Brown.
14-9.
Oh, Adam guessing wrong. So 3-1 for Marshall Brown. So he does his job, but it is the ladies where the lead was built for the Night Owls.
Definitely Michelle wants to take a little bit of pace on that serve.
10-14.
Great first volley from Buckner.
Singles is too physical. You're gonna be running all the time.
And it's
15-10.
95 in the shade here. Oh my. Buckner digs out of jail there.
That's the beauty of singles. You can never quit on a ball because you never know what can happen.
And Buckner is showing why she's one of the top ladies on the Carvana PPA Tour on the women's singles side.
Point.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
17-10.
Oh my.
Side out, point
Okay.
11.
Misses the sitter, but goes 3-1 again. So same situation for Radzikowska. Has got to find a way to get 3 if she can.
11-17.
Too good from Zoe.
Set out point 18. 18-11. Point.
Just in complete command is Zoe. 2 points from a Night Owl win.
19-11. Point.
And we are at match point for the Night Owls. Pablo would just love to go tap paddles and not have to hit another ball.
20-11.
And what a way to walk it off and win the first challenger match. Flap those wings, Night Owls. You get the win. The Chefs in their first ever match as a team get a point for getting it to the Dreambreaker. Final thoughts, Jonathan.
I thought it was an amazing match. To be able to see how...
Congrats to Pablo and Brooke who are standing by. Brooke, I'll start with you. You're traded in here in the off season, and how gratifying is it for you to be able to put on a show in singles, one of your specialties, in a Dreambreaker, wearing the Night Owl gear for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thankful to be on this amazing team. You know, it came down to a Dreambreaker, which is always a little iffy, but I'm so confident in our singles team, 1 spot to 4 spots. So I had confidence going in, and thankfully we pulled it out.
Hey, Pablo, Jamie here. How are you, buddy?
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the weather, how you were able to come up in this game today.
The weather, you mean? Yeah?
Yeah, the weather, el sol.
It's really hot out here, ball slow, so we definitely had to make some adjustments in terms of our strategy. But overall, I think we just play our patterns, play our game, not much changes.
So, Brooke, the new rules in 2025 for Major League Pickleball are that the ladies start first. It used to be it could go one way or the other. Do you relish that pressure? Do you know, what's your mindset going in knowing that you are the leadoff hitter every single time?
I like it. You know, I play with Zoe every week on the PPA tour as well, so we're comfortable with each other, which helps. And I know Pablo pretty well, and I train with James every day. So I think just knowing each other so well brings some comfort. And I just go out with Zoe like I do every week, you know, in the PPA, and I feel pretty good going in.
Finally, Pablo, tell me a little bit about the mindset you guys are going to go moving forward in this tournament.
I think same mindset we just had is, like Brooke said, we all know each other really well, and we're really happy to be in this team. So we go out there and we just do our best. That's it.
Well, your best was good enough today. Congrats. Flap those wings, Night Owls. You got to win. And the first match of the year in Challenger goes for the squad from Las Vegas. Congrats, Brooke and Pablo. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
There'll be a little break in the action, and then the hometown Texas Ranchers are going to play the Orlando Squeeze. That is on the premier side, and that is coming up next. Don't